So is the international break. Arsenal has played 7 games, winning 5 and drawing 2 in the Premier League so far. We've played 2 Champions League games, won 1, drawn 1, and 1 Carabao Cup game. We smashed both in 5-1 in a particular game. We'll be reviewing the season so far. As always, please subscribe if you're new or yet to do so. Press the like button and tell me what you think about the season so far in the comment section below. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another DAAAFT. Hope you're having a beautiful and fantastic day. In this particular video, I'm just going to be reviewing the season so far. It's the second international break, and there's no football on this weekend, so that as well. There's football, but not the one that a lot of people are interested in. So we'll be reviewing the Arsenal one so far. And joining me to do this, let's say, first quarter of the season review is my guy, a regular on the channel on Scatayan podcast. Please welcome back Mr. Joni-Boy. How are you doing, Joni-Boy, today?
I'm very good.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Um, Ready to dissect the season so far. It's been I don't know, maybe okay season so far, but they started great, so
Okay,
let's hope they can
okay.
keep
And
it up.
just a brief background, some people don't know. Johnny Boy was a Wenger out before Wenger out became a thing. You know, he was disappointed so much with Arsene Wenger and Arsenal. He went on hiatus, but I'm glad Arteta has brought him back to us. Am I wrong?
You overstayed his welcome. You're not wrong. I think he overstayed his welcome. I think even Wenger, if you
Yeah, I
ask
think he
him,
kind
I'm
of
sure he
hinted
will
at
tell
it.
you
Yeah.
that. I think he should have left. He should have left as earlier than he left. He would have been celebrated more, I
Hmm.
believe, if he had left earlier. And I think he took the fall for the Kroenke too much, which was also
Hmm.
his undoing as well too.
Yeah. Well, that chapter goes. Unai Emery came and went. Arteta came, started a bit shaky, but now almost everyone is on board. Almost everyone. There are people that are still not on board. There's some people that still have their doubts. I still have a little doubt, but I think majority of the Arsenal fans are on the Arteta train right now. But let's talk about the season so far. With in the Premier League, let's start from the Premier League. Well, let's do overall, and then we'll break it down. Then we'll um, specialize into the Premier League, right? Overall, that's like 10 games we've played. We've won about 7 of them and drawn 3. So what do you think about the performance so far? I'll start with you and then I'll give my own review.
To be very honest with you, I'm trying to pick out a game where Arsenal were 100% dominant. I don't know whether it's a new strategy of Arteta this season or not, but like the only game I can remember that Arsenal were like dominant
What about
throughout was
PSG?
probably Bolton.
What
Which
about PSG?
PSG had some moments in the game whereby they could have scored, but just lack of clinical efforts and stuff. That's why they
Mm-hmm.
didn't score. And this season, like even most of our games at home, like against Nottingham Forest could have equalized. It's just lack of poor finishing and everything. Sorry, Wolverhampton, our first game of season, they could have scored, but lack of clinical listen. That's why they couldn't score. Leicester, I can go on Leicester. Even our last game, Southampton. Like I didn't understand why Arsenal were playing. Is it that I think maybe they felt, oh, Southampton worst team in the league. It's going to be an easy rollout. But they forgot that this
Mm-hmm.
Southampton is Premiership, and going against the top boys, they're going to give their all. So if they'll be playing 50% before against Arsenal, they're probably going to go like 100
Yeah.
because they know who they're playing. So that's my take this whole season. Yes, we've not. I don't think we've lost this season. No, we've lost, but I would say performance wise, it's just been maybe a graded 5/10.
Wow.
Apart from bolting,
Mm-hmm.
it's almost as if now the target is let's just win. Like the win is most important, which is fair to me because as
Mm-hmm.
long as you collect your 3 points. But the problem with that is that there comes a time whereby your performance is going to show because you cannot beat that. There's going to be a game whereby you're going to meet a team. If you play garbage or just be lackluster, they're going to punish you for that. Aston Villa too. I think okay, maybe first half we didn't play so much, but like second half, I think Aston really stepped up. And
Right.
then City too. Before the red card, I think Arsenal was getting to the momentum.
Hmm.
But that game, I don't want to judge because of the red card, we don't know what way the game would have swung. So I don't really like to talk about that game. But apart from that, so far, I think it has been an okay season so far. I'll probably give it like a 7 so far.
Oh, you were set 5, so you're changing to 7.
Yeah, because just because you've not lost, so I mean, if you've not lost and you're just a point behind the top, I mean,
No, okay.
it has to be, yeah.
All right. I would also give it a 7. However, it's going to be, yeah, I'll 7, but I kind of slightly disagree with you that we've not dominated 100% of games. I don't disagree that we've not done it. I disagree that it's not all the time you can dominate games 100% because you're not playing wood, you're not playing cones, right? The other team will always want to come back and attack. They also have a game plan, and from what I can observe, and I'm watching the boys' gameplay, you kind of touch on something that it seems like they just want to win. I think the players are they've known the last 2 seasons they've come runner up twice. They've gone whole and they did not get anything. Sometimes the more you try to go for the jugglers, scoring 5, 6, 7, 8, you can lose yourself at the back. We remember the 3-3 draws against Southampton in the past, or the 0-0 against West Ham, and West Ham coming to beat us at home last season. Right? There's so many games like that. I think the boys are kind of saying, okay, if we are winning, let's kind of sit back a bit. Because I remember, I think after the PSG game, was it after the PSG game, something like that? They asked Mikel Arteta in the press conference, asking, is this the way you want to play now? Pragmatic was like, no, we want to we want to go and blaze teams, but sometimes the way the game is going, it dictates how they react to the game. And because of the versatility of the boys, they know how to, I think I've done my previous videos before. They know how to like handle any situation. So they just think, okay, if these guys are dominant, we'll sit back and wait to counter them and score. But the main thing is that they want to get the win and go unbeaten, not unbeaten, like get as much 3 points as possible, so that at the end of the season, at least they are winning this time. Because Saka says they want to win, Kahava says they want to win, Jorginho says he wants to win. The players are tired of coming runner up, so even Ateta, I'm sure, is tired of
Tired
coming
too.
runner up. So yeah, but then this leads me to the next question I want to ask, because as at this time to last season, bear with me. Let me just share my screen. Okay. I don't know if you can see it now, Joni-Boy. Yeah, I
I
think.
can see
Okay, yeah. So looking at the
just a
first,
little bit small. So
yeah, that's fine. The first 7 games last season, 2022-2023, is the same kind of result. We won 5.
so that's two seasons ago. If it's 2002, 2023, 2 seasons ago.
No, this 23-24. 23-24.
Okay, so that's last season. Last
Yeah,
season.
last season. Yeah, the first 7 games we had won 5 and drawn 2, which is kind of similar to now. And 2 seasons ago, where we dominated for about 93% of the season, I don't know where the 7th game disappeared to. This is transfer market, but we can see as well we're blazing teams. We only lost once in the first 6 games, so 5-1. I can't remember the 7th game here, but so is there hope that we can do something, or do you think it's just going to be a runner-up situation again? I know everyone predicts that Man City are going to win the league, right? But I don't
Mm.
know if the statistic, if you're looking at the previous seasons, is saying we are going to be able to overcome this time, or is it going to be more of the same? Because looking at the stats, I came a bit, came back to earth that okay, yes, I would like us to win the league, but are we still repeating the same mistakes as we did in the previous seasons? What do you think about that?
Um, I think most Arsenal fans want to win the league this season. But
Hmm.
my greatest fear is coming up short because I think Man City, one power Man City has is that they tend to pick up once January hits. There's always a different form of Man City that comes in. So my fear is I don't even care about Man City right now
Hmm.
because most times they tend to do their whole flop losing between August to December. Once January hits, it's almost like a different a different monster enters them and they become a monster. They can even go the whole. I remember the year Liverpool they beat Liverpool with the point. Liverpool lost just one game that year, just one.
Hmm.
And the game they lost was against City, which was at Etihad, which
Yeah.
was the beginning of the new year, and
Hmm.
they won. they won the league. So the same thing with last season too. I don't think City lost like from January to like December to like May. They
Yeah.
also didn't lose. But I think just the game, one game Arsenal lost, and that was it. That was
Yeah.
what killed our whole title. So I don't, right now we're hoping we win the league, and I'm not yet moved until I see how where we are in January and see whether we can, because it's the second half of the season I can judge Arsenal better.
Well,
Because
okay.
that's where, to me, that's when the main league starts. And
Mm.
also my fear also is that now because Saka is injured. I don't know. Hopefully it's not too serious. Odegaard, there were rumors that his injuries
Yeah.
were worse, but then somebody, I think the club came out and said that's a lie, that they're still planning to return, I think next month.
Yeah.
So
Before
hopefully Odegaard
yeah, before we
comes
get
back
into this
fit, and
before we get into the Saka, well, I want to talk about Arteta, right? So this would be the if let's say the same season happens, like as the last two seasons happens, right? That we don't know what's going to happen between now and January, between now at the end of the season. If the same thing happens again, where we're coming runner up, should there be pressure on Arteta, or should they just, the board just pull their finger out of their pocket and sign the striker that everyone is looking for? Like, what do you think about that?
definitely there has to be pressure, because for a top club, for us now, if the owners are sticking to what they said, that they're all about taking Arsenal back to the very top, then there has to be pressure, because at the end of the day, there's like they say, there's no medal or there's no prize for second.
Hmm.
Everybody only recognizes the first, which is the winner, which is City. Nobody recognizes second. At the end of the day, you have to turn your second into first.
Hmm.
So for Arteta, that has to be the aim. And whether you like, I know the fans are backing right now, but it's going to get to a time whereby they'll be tired of too many seconds or too many, almost.
Mm.
So even Arteta should know that
Yeah.
there's a pressure, and also minus that, winning keeps the players too, because I think I sent you an article about Real Madrid and Saliba.
Yeah.
So that's bound to happen. So if Arsenal doesn't win, you're definitely
Hmm.
going to lose your best players. It's just the circle of life. We've been here before.
Yeah.
Fabregas, Nasri, Adebayo. So they'll get to a point,
Even
they'll get
Sanchez at
tired
the
if
time.
there's no exactly. So
Mhm.
even at Arsenal itself needs it to keep those them Saka, because I know that Saka is a homegrown player from Arsenal,
Mhm.
but I believe Saka has ambitions to win
Of
Premiership,
course.
Champions League.
Yeah.
The big teams come for him. I'm sorry,
Right.
his ambition is going to supersede everything. Same with
Yeah.
Saliba. Saliba has no allegiance to Arsenal. He might be an Arsenal fan growing up, but still, he still has ambitions, right? So,
Yeah.
so winning is important. So, I
Mm.
hopefully they can win the Premiership this season, because
So, but if he doesn't
that's
win the
when it's going.
Premiership, does he have to? Obviously, we know he has to win something, right? What is he going to? If he wins FA Cup, most fans will be like he's won it before. If he win the League Cup, people will be like, yeah, that's nothing. So, which means he has only to win the Premier League or the Champions League, isn't it, for a lot of fans to be happy? Because
True.
I don't think it's going to be sacked because the boards won't do it. But I'm just saying for the fans to be happy, would have to win one of those two, Premier League or Champions League or both, isn't it? Like from your perspective.
Yeah, for the fans to be happy, he has to do that. But I think maybe 50% or 60% of the fans will be happy if they can challenge like last season and probably win like an FA Cup or a Carling. Mostly FA Cup. The FA Cup is a little bit bigger than a Carling Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but the goal, like you said, is to win the league or Champions League. Especially now that Champions League might be a little bit difficult.
Mm, fair.
Yeah.
And then speaking about, let's go back to the injury. Talk about Saka, right? Saka is feared to have a hamstring, but in the last couple of hours, there's been reports that it's actually not as bad as feared. It was just a precaution.
Okay.
We'll talk about
Good.
Bournemouth
Thank God.
later, but right, which if let's say Saka and Odegaard are injured, what are how is that going to affect our season if Saka
That's.
and Ødegaard injured at the same time?
I think with Saka is one of the untouchables we have in that. Even Odegaard, even when he was fit, most times Arteta takes him off even before Saka. Saka can be
Yeah,
limping. Arteta will leave him there. But
yeah,
with Odegaard is always the
yeah.
guy that Arteta doesn't think too much, and then he just takes him off if he's not
Mm,
performing or he wants to do a tactical sub. But
mm,
Saka is one constant that always remains. So I think replacing Saka will be a big issue because even the debutants on the bench with Sterling, I don't. To me, I don't know why Arsenal got him, but Arteta maybe he's trying to perform miracles and wonders. But to me, I don't know why
I
they
think it
got
was just a
Sterling.
cheap, I just think it was just a cheap deal for Edu to do. He didn't want like I think he didn't want to sign anybody again, and then Sterling fell on his leg. Was like and his life was like, okay, let's just go for it. It's just one more body
Nah,
in.
because I saw Sterling against Southampton, and I was like, what? What are
Hmm.
you doing? Like, if you can't play well against Southampton, man, you have a long season to go.
Hmm.
And then Jesus, nobody knows the Jesus you're going to get. That's the problem with him. You might get the magnificent Jesus of Man U or against Bayern when he came over as a sub. But you can
Yeah.
get the Jesus where the garbage Jesus that we saw last weekend. So we don't know which Jesus. Maybe another option might be the problem is that I don't know I don't think I've ever seen Trossard coming from the right. Hardly.
He has
I
once,
don't think.
like once or twice last season. Martinelli has also come from the right as well towards the end of last season as well, and the start of this
Yeah,
season. To be fair,
Martinelli playing from the right, even from the
Hmm.
left right now. Martinelli still building up his coming back to his form of 2 seasons ago. So moving
Hmm.
him to the right is going to be a tough decision. But maybe there might be people from the youth academy. Who knows? Maybe
No, that's
Waneri.
no, no, no. I'm not even going to support that one. For me, I think it's going to be chaos if both are injured. I think me and you, Johnny-Boy, are also one of the panels of a podcast, Run of Play on YouTube, Run of Play Pod. Please feel free to check that out. And I think at the beginning of the season, we talked about where's the creativity of Arsenal. And I said it's Saka. For me, Odegaard might be injured. As long as Saka is there, I have some confidence because
Exactly.
even this season, 2 goals, 7 assists, right? And Odegaard has been missing since the second or third game of the season, right? Now imagine Saka is gone. Who's going to be taking those corner kicks? Who's going to be
Yeah,
like launching those, spamming those different crosses into the back post, right?
true,
That I
true.
don't think no one else does it.
That's my fear.
Yeah, so it's going to be chaos now. So we've said Saka and Odegaard important. Which other player is very very important that shouldn't get injured this season, right? Because we have so many defenders right now. If Saliba, for example, gets injured, is that going to be a problem? If Timber gets injured, is that going to be a problem? We know our midfield, no one is allowed to. Rice is not allowed to get injured. Partey is not allowed to get injured because our midfield is very very thin, right? But which other
Yeah.
player do you think is very very important that hopefully does not get injured for us to have a very very good season this time?
I don't want to sound uh like a broken record, but I think Partey is one player that I knock on wood and pray that he doesn't get injured this season. I want to
Mm.
see a fully fit Partey throughout the whole season. I think that's one thing I've never enjoyed since he came into the club.
Mhm.
A fully fit Partey whereby the whole maybe he might not play 38, but at least 36 or 35 games he plays, right? I
Yeah,
think he's one player I will pray that shouldn't get injured. Another player that I think is important to us now is Havertz.
yeah. Right now, yeah,
Right now,
Havertz. Yeah, if
I will go
Havertz
with
is
Havertz.
injured, we are finished. We are
Yeah,
finished
because
because Jesus is not on form, like you said. Jesus is
Jesus
not
cannot
doing it.
score, Sterling
Trossard,
cannot score.
Trossard is not that tall enough to hold the ball up. Yes, he's clinical,
Yeah,
but he
and
doesn't read the game like
even
Havertz
Trossard,
does.
I don't even trust Trossard. Like most times, Trossard starting is not always efficient as coming as a sub. That's the problem we have with Trossard.
Yeah.
He's more efficient coming in as a sub than starting.
Hmm.
So I think Havertz and then Partey, I think are my two
Okay.
most
So
important players that you pray don't get injured right now.
so let's flip the question. Who are your four most important players for Arsenal? For me, I would say Raya number one, Saka, Partey, and Havertz. Those four will be my like four most important players for Arsenal right now.
Raya is important, but I think based on what I saw of Neto in Bournemouth, I think he's a capable deputy.
Hmm.
The only thing I don't know he's maybe his ball handling, like in terms of play
Yeah.
out of the back and stuff.
Also, we don't know
I don't know his
if he can
skill.
handle the pressure as well because at Southam
I don't know. No,
at Bournemouth is
But
different
Neto
from
played for
like
Barcelona though. But he played for Barca, so
yeah,
he
but
should be used to that kind of pressure a little bit, right? Maybe
because
not
even
too
last
much.
season, if last season Raya was shaky. It's now that his
Exactly.
second season here is now becoming the Don Dada. But last season was very, very
Yeah.
shaky. Yeah, he could collect
I
crosses,
think
but you could not see the
Saka,
confidence in him.
my four, my four with Saka, Havertz. I think we're doing fine without Odegaard. So I'll say Saka, Havertz, Partey, and then maybe to some extent, I don't know, for some reason, I just love Timber. I don't know. Like
Yeah, yeah, I
there's,
love
there's
Timber as
something
well.
about Timber. So
Yeah,
because he's very very like even as I'm beginning to fear for Ben White because what I saw with Timber against Man City.
hmm
Ah, no, no, no. Ben White should be scared because you could see what Timber did against Doku. Doku didn't see, like, Doku couldn't shine against City just because
Mm-mm.
Timber was there. Like, no
Yeah.
way.
No, no, Timber is a
Maybe
baller.
they
For
might have to
me,
move White to center back. That's why I'm not
for
really scared about Saliba getting injured because if White can go there, even Tomiyasu.
For me, I'm thinking and hoping maybe if Timber, no, if Partey leaves at the end of the season, maybe Timber might be pushed to that position because he's offensively sound. He can dribble. He can read the ball well. He can defend. So in a parallel universe, I'd have been playing him and Rice. But yeah, because like you said, because
Okay.
also Ben White comes like he's always slow at the beginning of the season, and from January he kicks into gear. So I think the back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White will be good. Is good. Calafuri can come in and out from time to time because
Well,
I think
I think California is going to be your left back. I think Ateta loves him as left. He
yeah, I
wants to
think
play left, lefty, left back.
maybe from next season it will be
It's
him.
Ben White you should be scared. It's Ben White you should be scared of. Not California. I think it's Ben White.
Yeah,
But
no, obviously we know Zinchenko is down the pecking order now. Right now, it's
nah,
not.
even Jericho should have been sold long time. It's not.
Yeah, but anyways, let's move on because we want to do like a short-ish video, and I have just a few more questions. Let's talk about the next 5 games. Next 5 games. The next 5 games. This is from Arsenal's website. The next 5 games is Bournemouth. We're playing in the Premier League. Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League. We play Liverpool. Woo
It should
woo.
be
In the
really
Premier League at the
Liverpool.
Emirates. We're playing Preston away in the Carabao Cup, as well as
That's going to be
Newcastle
tough.
away. Let's do
Oh,
7
that's
then.
tough too.
We're playing Inter Milan in the Champions League as well as Chelsea in the Premier
Tough.
League.
Tough.
Right. So Premier League one, we have Bournemouth, Liverpool, Newcastle, and Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Wow. So what are you expecting for those games? Especially if Saka has
Including,
like a hamstring injury and Ødegaard might not be back.
including the Champions League or minus Champions League.
Let's do including and minus. Let's do including Champions League and then Premier League itself.
Okay, so Bournemouth, I expect us not to win Bournemouth. Shakhtar as well, I expect them to win their home. They do well. They do better at home in Europe than away. So if it
Yeah.
was away, I would have been scared. But I expect to win. Liverpool, okay, that one is dicey. Even though I expect Arsenal to come up on top, but if they come up with a draw, that's fine. But it's going to be a tough game against Liverpool. Preston too. That's going to be dicey because I don't know what squad Ateta is going to play. That's the problem. Because I'm sure Preston is probably going to play their regular first 11 against Arsenal.
Hmm.
So it depends on the squad Arsenal puts up against Preston. Then that one could go anywhere. Or Newcastle. We all know Newcastle is the top place to go.
hmm
I don't think Arsenal have won there. Okay, Arsenal won there 2 years ago, but it's a tough ground to go to. You know that Inter, Arsenal doesn't do well away in Europe. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal loses that game because they don't do well away in Europe. That's our Achilles. Even
hmm
after Arteta too, we don't do so well away. Chelsea, oh, that's a tough one too because Chelsea looks as if they're back on the Chelsea we know before.
hmm
So that's going to be a dicey game. So so far, I think I'll take Bournemouth should be a win, Shakhtar win, Liverpool definitely should be a win. Preston, if Arsenal plays an okay team, should be a win. Newcastle, hopefully we win that game. Hopefully we
Hopefully.
do because we last season we lost against Newcastle.
Yeah, the Gordons
One of the games, yes.
yeah,
So,
VAR.
so one of the
Anyways,
games we
not talk
lost
about that
last
one.
season. So
Yeah,
hopefully we win that game. Inter, that one. Uh, if Arsenal even draws that game, I want us to win because
we need to be climbing the
somebody is
racking the
picking up.
points. Yeah.
Exactly, because it's important now.
hmm
And then Chelsea, hopefully we win Chelsea as well too. Hopefully we can get, let's say in the league, out of the 12 points, if you can get 10, I'm fine. 10 points is fine. So
Okay.
Bournemouth, Liverpool, Newcastle.
Let's do 5. Let's do 5 for the EPL, right? So Liverpool, Newcastle, Chelsea, and then Forest. How many
So
points
13
out of the
points
15? 13 out
minimum.
of
Minimum.
minimum 13. So where are they dropping the points? Liverpool and Chelsea. or Newcastle and
Nah,
Liverpool.
it's between Newcastle and Chelsea.
Okay, fair enough.
It's between Newcastle and Chelsea.
For me in
I
the
believe
in
we should
this,
be able to beat Liverpool at home.
hmm, fair enough. For me in the 7 games, including Champions League and the Carabao, I expect all wins, no dropping of points,
Yeah,
all
but the
wins.
Carabao you can't predict because you don't know what squad Arteta is going to put. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
if I just think if we play the same thing again, like where it's okay, maybe kids are the defense and like strong
That's the
players
problem.
like at the forwards are like starters, then I think we should be able to do something.
Because
I know,
one of the drawbacks of Arteta is Arteta against all these teams, he always plays less. That's why we always go out so early because he plays like the weakened team and stuff like that.
yeah, but we need to win something. I don't think he's playing like that anymore. Um, but yeah, I think we should win the five in the Premier League. Bournemouth actually expecting us to win if we want to win the league against Liverpool. We are at
Yeah,
home. Yes, I know Anslot
at
has
home.
been doing well away from home this season, but
Beating Liverpool twice at
we've,
home,
we've been
back to
piping
back,
them
last 2 years.
exactly. So
Yeah,
let's do it again. Newcastle United, they are a bit shaky this season. I know they turn up against the big teams because they are their ground, the fans shouting loud, all of that stuff. If we can just do what we do against in our away usual away format, like sit deep,
Aston
wait
Villa,
for them
like
to
an
make a
Aston Villa.
mistake, and get them on a one or two smash and grab against Chelsea as well. I'm sure Chelsea will come out huff and puff, but I hope Saka is fit for that one because we will need Saka, who will
Yeah,
need
but
Martinelli
remember
in that
last
game.
season Chelsea, if not because Chelsea was not a serious team, they were beating us now. It
Yeah,
was their
true.
goalkeeper that made an error.
But I'm
That's
thinking
class.
because of the kind of intense games that we are going to be playing, would have played, Liverpool would have played, Newcastle would have played, Inter Milan. I think that the boys will be ready, match fit for any battle against Chelsea. So I'm thinking we should be going for a win. Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. It's going to be a tricky
What I
one.
want is what you just said.
Yeah.
What I want is what you said. All wins.
Mm. But you're saying that maybe we're going to drop 2 points. I'm going to say, which player would you think should have a good game for us to have all wins, like against all those teams, those
I
seven?
mean, it's very obvious. I would say Havertz because at the moment,
Yeah, true.
Havertz seems to be our goal scorer. So I'll say Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz needs to have a good game. I will also add Martinelli there as well. I also add Martinelli there to have a good game as well.
I like that. I like the fact that Arsenal didn't send him for international duty. I
Yeah,
like even I think even Party as well. They didn't send them. I like that.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I'm hoping that maybe the little scare, the little injury against Greece for Saka should be a precaution. He should not even play against Bournemouth. Either put Martinelli on the right or bring Sterling again. Bring Jesus there. Let us once play to their form.
Sterling.
I think we should be able to beat them. Beat Bournemouth.
Should, but
Should, but in the
Bournemouth is
EPL, yeah,
very.
there's no easy games in the EPL, and at their ground they're kind of solid. But anyways, so this is this. Let's just say prediction for Bournemouth. Let's end with a prediction for Bournemouth. What are you
Hmm,
saying?
3-0 Arsenal.
Hmm.
They are very solid. They're solid away from home. So I'll go with 3-0 Arsenal. Yeah.
Okay. For now, I'll say 2-0. I'm not that confident to go three. I'll say 2-0. Maybe one from Havertz and one from Trossard. Or one Trossard, one Declan Rice, something like that. I'll say Trossard and Declan Rice will be the ones to score. Havertz scores more at home than away. So yeah, I
So
think other
that's
people are
true.
going to do something. But yeah, thank you, Johnny-Boy, for giving us for stepping in, for coming in and
Thank
giving
you,
your
Dr.
own
Flo, for
review.
having me too.
Yeah, and
Thank you for having
hopefully,
me as well.
thank you. And obviously, we are going to see you again in the Run of Play podcast, where we're going to be bantering United fans as usual. But until the next time, where I'll be giving a preview to the Southampton game. Stay safe, stay curious. Catch you on the next one. This has been
Thank
DAAAFT. See you guys.
thank you guys.
Psst, psst. Oi, subscribe. Press subscribe. Thank you.